Now let's turn to Israel's primary rival, that is Iran. Iran has been reeling over the past few weeks. Israel has been decimating Tehran's allies, Hamas chief Ismail Haniyeh, Hezbollah chief Hassan Nasrallah, Nasrallah's potential successor Hashim Safiuddin. Israel has taken them out one by one. This was bound to send alarm bells ringing in Tehran because Iran has spent years setting up its network of proxies, and Israel took out their leaders in quick succession. This has also raised questions. Does Israel have spies in Iran's top military force? Is that how they're being able to zero in on these leaders and kill them? The Iranian force in question here is the IRGC, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. It is a military with multiple branches. They have their own army, a navy, and a rocket force. But in the fight against Israel, their most deadly unit is the Quds Force. It is the IRGC's unconventional warfare and military intelligence unit. The Quds Force is led by this man, Ismail Ghani. You mentioned him earlier this week. There were rumors that he had gone missing. But now some different rumors are doing the rounds, saying that Ghani is not missing. Instead, he is being interrogated. Tehran thinks that there is a chance that Ghani is an Israeli spy. Let that sink in. Ismail Ghani, the head of the Quds Force, the man responsible for organizing all of Iran's proxies, that man might be an Israeli spy. Let's look at the timeline of events to see why Ghani might be under investigation. We start with the assassination of Ismail Haniyeh, the chief of Hamas. Haniyeh was killed on the 31st of July this year in Tehran, in the Iranian capital. He was killed at a guest house that was reportedly secured by the IRGC. Iran has not confirmed the exact method of killing yet, but one version is that a bomb had been planted in that guest house. And that does not paint the IRGC in a good light. Did they not check for bombs before housing such an important guest? So that was strike one. Strike two was the assassination of Hassan Nasrallah, the chief of Hezbollah. Nasrallah was killed on the 27th of September at the Hezbollah headquarters in Lebanon's capital, Beirut. How did Israel know where to strike? Could it have anything to do with Iran? With IRGC Brigadier General Abbas Nilforoshan. He was killed along with Nasrallah, but some interesting details have now come out. Nilforoshan was a member of the Quds Force. He was overseeing operations in Syria and Lebanon. He took over these duties in the month of April, after his predecessor was killed in an Israeli airstrike. So an Israeli attack led to Nilforoshan's promotion. Fast forward a few months to September 27th, Nilforoshan flies into Beirut that day, on the 27th. Reports say that Nasrallah had stepped away from the Hezbollah headquarters. But then he went back to meet Nilforoshan. They met at the Hezbollah headquarters, and that is when Israel struck. It's quite the coincidence. So the IRGC was involved in both Haniyeh and Nasrallah's assassinations. But that still doesn't mean that the Quds chief Ghani was a spy. He should have still been above suspicion. But then the next attack took place, the assassination of Hashim Safiuddin, Nasrallah's heir apparent. And this time, the Quds chief was said to be directly involved. Ghani flew down to Beirut after Nasrallah's assassination. He reportedly arrived there on the 29th of September to assess the situation on the ground. He was apparently in touch with Safiuddin, and he was invited to a Hezbollah senior leadership meeting on the 3rd of October. Now, reports say that Ghani cancelled at the last minute, and Israel later bombed that very meeting. Ghani has been under the radar ever since. Initially, there were rumors that he had been killed as well, but on Monday, Iran said that he was in good health. Ghani has not been seen in public, but an alleged photo of him from last Sunday has been doing the rounds. Ghani is seen here with Abdullah Safiuddin, Hashim Safiuddin's brother. This meeting reportedly took place in Tehran, so it seems that the Quds Force chief returned to Iran over the weekend. Now, here is what we know. 3 major Iranian proxy leaders are dead. The IRGC is linked to all 3 assassinations. The Quds Force, in particular, may have had ties to the last 2, and their chief was back in Iran. And this is where things get murky. On Monday, Ghani's deputy says that he is in good health. carrying on with his duties. On Wednesday, Ghani's aide makes a bold claim. He says that Ghani is about to get a medal from Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. And then yesterday, we see reports about Ghani being interrogated and suffering a heart attack during questioning. Yes, that's the most recent rumor, that Ghani had a heart attack during interrogation. We are sure to hear more rumors soon, official denials, secret sources confirming it, the works. We don't know what Ghani's fate will be, but we know one thing. Israel has succeeded in eroding the trust within Iran's establishment. No one is above suspicion anymore, and a hunt is on to find Israeli moles. Iran will need time to get its house back in order, and Israel will definitely take advantage of that.